Hello Ramen Nation, Chris Cobain here bringing you another Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. I want to apologize real quick because it's been a little over a week since my last video, which is normally longer than I'd like to wait for the next one, or between videos, but we had a couple of things come up, in real life. Ain't that annoying? That kind of caught us from, kind of kept us from doing the YouTube video when I would like to. So this one's actually a few days late. I planned on doing it like 3 days ago, this exact battle, but didn't have a chance to. So finally got my chance. Definitely getting it uploaded, and this is a really cool battle. So I wanted to show it to you guys. So the first thing I'm going to show is my team. It's the same team I was running in my last YouTube video, I think, which I explained like a low budget thing. That tournament's already done. We're already finished with that. But this was still before it, and I'm still using the team, and we still got this really good battle, so I still want to show it. So again, it's going to be Girder, Floette, Darmanitan, Linoone, Gengar, and Zatsu. On my opponent's side, you're seeing super scary team. Charizard Y, Thundurus, Weezing, Goodra, Bisharp, and the prankster male Meowstic. So instantly, this team looks terrifying to me. And the one thing I'm worried about is that Meowstic a little bit, because it's got that Thunder Wave, and while I have Guts on Girder, the only thing that would really like it would be Zatsu because of Magic Bounce, and with him on the field, you're never sure what's going to happen there. If that guy doesn't want to go for the activating the prankster stuff, then we might be in trouble. So, but based on that lead that I knew was coming, I actually led with Girder because Girder's Guts, and I was really hoping that turn 1 he'd go for the Thunder Wave just to get it, and then I'd get Guts and one hit it with knockoff. I mean, that's a long shot. It's super more likely that he's going for Reflect, and that's what he does, but it was worth a shot anyway. So like I said, turn 1 he's going to hit up that Reflect, and I'm just going to go ahead and knock off straight away. Super effective damage. It doesn't do a lot because of the Reflect, but it will take off that Light Clay, meaning that his light screen is now going to be way less than it would have been normally, so that's good. And at this point, I'm going to start bulking up because I know there's not much else he's going to be able to do to me. He can Psyshock, but that's not going to do a lot because I'm bulking up. And this is when things get real. He goes for Toxic. Now my Guts are kicked in, and he revealed Toxic instead of Thunder Wave. So now I bulked up a second time, so now I'm +2 and Guts. I was hype at this point, except I kind of forgotten that Reflect was up because I wasn't really thinking. I was so excited about +2 Guts and sweeping. So it goes into Weezing, and I was thinking, yo, this thing's about to get basically one hit anyway because of Guts and everything, but Reflect is up, and as you're going to see, still does about 25% to a physical wall. With Reflect up, that's pretty crazy, especially with a non-stab, non-super effective attack. So at this point, I'm aware that Sludge Bomb is probably coming, so I'm going to switch into Gengar. Gengar's going to be the best switch, obviously, because he's not going to be able to do much to me, and he's going to hit up that Sludge Bomb, and it's going to do basically nothing. So now, I'm pretty free to Shadow Ball. I don't care. If the Bisharp is stashed or breaking it, the only switch he really can go into, to me, would be Goodra. But he goes to Meowstic, and I'm like, that's fine, because he doesn't have Thunder Wave, he's got Toxic. So even if he doesn't die, which he ends up not, it's okay because I can just go ahead and kill him with Shadow Ball. He can't outspeed me. At the light screen wears off as well. Turns out he's got both, which is weird to say the least. It reveals that he's got no attacking move because he had both screens too. But that's terrible because he just Thunder Waved, my second fastest Pokemon behind Scarf Darmanitan. So I was like, wow, he's got both of them, which is kind of annoying. So he's gonna bring up Bisharp, and I know at this point that I'm pretty much useless, and I'm gonna go ahead and let myself go. I could have switched and saved him for Weezing, which he still could have done work on, but I didn't want to switch into something dumb there. So I'll go. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and switch into Girder. I'm still got my Guts activated. The Reflect is gone. He's gonna go for knockoff. I figured he was Sash because we did see the Life Orb on the knockoff on Gengar. So I just go ahead and go straight for the Drain Punch. That's going to get all my HP back. And he does reveal the Sash, which doesn't really surprise me. Like I said, as soon as I saw no Life Orb, I kind of figured that he was going to be Sash instead of anything else. So we get all my HP back, which is good. And at this point, I can just go over Mach Punch. But he ends up switching out. Now, I kind of found this a little odd. He already lost his Black Sludge's healing. So as you're gonna see, I mean, it's a Guts Mach Punch, and even though it's resistant, that's still, I mean, that's not bad damage, and he doesn't have healing anymore, so I kind of found it odd that he was letting that Bishop stay alive. However, I let that play right into his hand, because I'm gonna go and switch into Xatu, seeing the pain split, and Xatu doesn't have a lot of HP, so it doesn't really heal that much, but then I make a really dumb play, and I go for Psyshock, because I wasn't thinking, and he brings up Bisharp. I was thinking the other ones couldn't switch in on Psyshock, and I was excited about that, but he switches in Bisharp, and I'm dumb, so I'm going to switch right back out because I don't want to take that sucker to the face, and I'm going to switch right back into Girder, but I don't know if this was a prediction or what. Maybe he didn't have Sucker Punch. I don't even think we saw it in this match, but he does go for Knockoff again. It doesn't do a lot because I'm, you know, missing my item already. And at this point, he reveals Protect, and at this point, I was like, losing my mind, because I'm like, okay, Protect Bisharp, that is no, and no, that's such a waste of an attack. But okay, alright, we're going with it. He's going to switch back into Wheezing yet again. I find that a little interesting, because again, I'm going to do a good chunk of damage with Drain Punch. At this point, however, all I want to do is I want to get rid of this Wheezing, and I'm tired of it. So I don't want to switch into a Sludge Bomb that I know is coming, because I don't want Xatu to get poisoned. So I actually left Girder in to take it. That is Eviolite. I actually do die in one shot. I feel like that's offensively invested to some degree, but either way, I am dead. So I can bring out Xatu at this point. I know that he's going to be a physical wall, and that half damage he's not taking a Life Orb Heat Wave to the face. And so I go for that just in case he goes into that Bisharp. And he does not, so I do get the kill. So at this point, I'm actually feeling like I'm set up. I'm kind of at a disadvantage, but I'm actually feeling like I have this win in the bag, and you'll see why in a second. So he brings out Thunderous. I don't want to take a Thunderbolt, so I'm going to switch into Floette, who is my special wall on this team, but he does go for Volt Switch. As you see, it's not going to do a massive chunk of damage. Even on a crit, it does a little over 25%, but he does get that momentum, and I know he's about to bring out Bisharp. So I'm going to stay in on this point because I'm trying to get him to go for like Knockoff or something, predicting a switch, but he doesn't. He just goes for Iron Head. I still didn't want to switch anything into that, and I'm going to go down to that, which is okay because I still feel like I'm set up, and you'll see why. So we're going to bring up Linoone now, and Linoone is just going to outspeed whatever he can do. So he revealed Iron Head, Knockoff, and Protect. I have no idea if he had Sucker Punch or not. I'm assuming he did, but who knows. But Extreme Speed going to outspeed whatever he does. And I'm going to get the kill. So now I can switch out of Linoone. I'm going to go into Xatu because Xatu isn't going to be a huge deal at this point. And he's going to go ahead and Mega into Charizard Y. And it's at this point I feel like I've won the match. Rock Slide Oko's him. Rock Slide Oko's Thunderous. Rock Slide like 3 KOs Goodra, who can't one-hit me. So he can't switch in on it. And even if he does, I can find another way around it. So Xatu does go down to that Flamethrower. But I think I won. I'm pretty sure I've won. Something has to die to my Darm because of Rock Slide right now. He cannot switch into Goodra. But he switches into Goodra. Because I'm not really sure why. I guess just to try to eat it up, as his name suggests. But Rock Slide's going to do a lot, but I miss. And then Rock Slide misses again, which is 95% twice in a row. Then he reveals Earthquake, which does over half, but I knew it wouldn't one hit me. But at this point, I don't know anymore. I think maybe I've lost, especially if he's carrying Outrage. As you see, it was a 3-hit KO, but he reveals Dragon Pulse, which means we've seen a couple weird sets on this guy, and a second one, or a third one we're going to see is going to be Leftovers Mixed Goodra. So at this point, I know he's not fully invested in special attack. No way. He's got some investment in HP. He's got to have a little bit of attack. So what I do is I go for Belly Drum because I know with mixed he's not going to be hitting as hard as he's meant to if he's an Assault Vest set, because he's probably not Modest. He's probably not max special attack. And as you're going to see, he's going to go for that Dragon Pulse, which is obviously the best attack he's going to carry. And Linoone lives with 6 health. 6 health. 6. And it's at that point that I'm pretty sure that I've won this matchup because I carry Extreme Speed, and that's +6 Extreme Speed right now. No way Goodra eats it. I don't even care if he's gooey, which he's not, because I outspeed everything Even if this was Pranks or Thunderous or Thunderwave, it doesn't matter. It's only +1. I'm +2 at this point. His only hope now is just to eat up a +6 extreme speed to the face. And I've gotten rid of the things that can take that. Those two being Weezing and Bisharp. And I set up the win condition, and I wasn't even trying to set up this win condition. His final Pokemon is going to be that Charizard Y, and just one more extreme speed coming through. I know that Charizard Y is not going to be able to take that, and that's going to be the end of Charizard and the end of the match. Which I found to be funny, because at the beginning of the match, what I really wanted to do was get rid of Weezing, Meowstic with the Thunder Wave, and Bisharp, so that with Sucker Punch, assumingly, so that my Darm could do a lot of the work, so he could Flare Blitz if he had to, so he could Rock Slide. That was my point, and I actually executed that pretty flawlessly when I got rid of the Weezing and got rid of the Bisharp, and I was like, yo, I got it. But then, of course, RNG. Always a factor you have to deal with, and I wasn't able to do it because of Rock Slide misses. If he does switch in and I hit, then I hit again, he Earthquakes me down to like whatever health I was, and then I Rock Slide again and he's dead, and then Thunderous cannot take one, nor can, you know, Sheer Force, that kind of cheese. And then obviously Charizard Y can't take one, so that was my win there, but unfortunately didn't play nice. And I ended up setting up for a second win condition that I wasn't even trying to set up for the entire match. I was saving Linoone for like last second extreme speed if I needed it on something, you know? Like if I needed to switch in on the Goodra and take a hit or something, that was actually my plan. But it didn't matter. I didn't have to, which was awesome. So Linoone just sweeps with 6 health and picks up that victory in a close, about as close as you can get, 1-0 victory. So obviously that's it for the battle, you guys. Thank you guys, as always, for taking the time out of your day to watch a video. Always greatly appreciated. If you liked the video, leave me a like. I'd appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, make sure you do that as well. I try to get out content every like 4 days to like a week or so. This one, again, was kind of late, but typically that's not the case. Typically I'm able to get one out, like I said, once every 4 days to a week. If you have not checked out my live stream as well, I encourage you to do so over at twitch.tv/xchriscobain. I stream 6 days a week, Sunday through Friday. If you want to battle me, that's going to be your best shot to do so, and I would love to take you on, and maybe you can get on one of these YouTube videos as well. But that is it for me, you guys, so I'll check you guys out in the next video.